Hey guys, what is going on? This is Wrestlelamia back with another episode. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including another shocking claim made against Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon reps respond. Is alleged WWE ban on Vince McMahon over? WWE superstars react to decrease in house shows. Jake Hager hauls off on Tony Khan. Will Clash in Paris feature custom set? And more. Another shocking allegation made against Vince McMahon. Warning, the following two stories discuss allegations of abuse. If this topic is sensitive for you, please take care while watching or skip to our third story. Viewer discretion is advised. Topping today's news is a claim from a former WWE writer that Vince McMahon allegedly engaged in an intimate encounter with a WWE talent and had other talent watch. Former WWE writer Dan St. Germain dropped a bombshell during an appearance on the Bein' Ian podcast. According to this claim, McMahon behaved outrageously on a trip overseas, becoming intimate with a WWE talent in full view of others, and insisted the locker room witnessed the incident. St. Germain described McMahon as follows: "He's an absolute maniac. This is true. So anyway, a lot of crazy stuff about that place." Fightful Select reported on the claim, noting, "Regarding the abhorrent story that a comedian and a former WWE writer told on a podcast that we won't link to that involved Ashley Massaro and Vince McMahon, nobody that we spoke to has heard that story or even heard rumors of it, so we can't speak to any veracity." According to Fightful, the comedian in question was only with WWE a handful of months fairly recently and wasn't with WWE even within 15 years of Ashley Massaro, so it wouldn't have been something he witnessed. Regardless, the claim has put Vince McMahon back into the spotlight and not in a good way. As we'll see next, McMahon isn't letting the claim go unanswered. Vince McMahon's representatives respond to allegations. While there are differing reports concerning the allegations, Vince McMahon's representative didn't waste time and released the following statement. Vince categorically denies this ever happened. It's completely false. Vince McMahon is still dealing with Janelle Grant's sex trafficking against him in WWE and a second lawsuit involving underage boys who were allegedly abused by former WWE employee Mel Phillips. The second lawsuit alleges that Vince and Linda McMahon, WWE, and its parent company TKO Group Holdings knew about former WWE employee Mel Phillips' misconduct, but failed to prevent or stop it, even reinstating him after an initial firing in 1998 under the promise that he'd steer clear from kids, a directive the suit claims was ignored. Supposed WWE ban on Vince McMahon lifted? Has the WWE lifted a ban prohibiting talent from visiting Vince McMahon? Equally important, has such a ban ever existed? Let's look at two reports on how WWE supposedly was handling the awkward situation of former WWE kingpin Vince McMahon. A recent report from the Wrestling Observer newsletter suggests WWE superstars had been prohibited from meeting with their former boss. In time, more and more ex-WWE people have been back in contact with him. There was a period when people in WWE were told not to have any contact with him, and obviously, that's no longer the case. The Observer report suggested the nature of the allegations against McMahon led to him being ostracized by his friends. There was a period when all but a few of Vince McMahon's closest friends had nothing to do with him, although in a lot of the cases, it was because of their wives being appalled from the lawsuit and not wanting their husbands to have an association. However, Fightful Select is reporting that no such ban existed. We never heard that talent were told that they couldn't speak to Vince McMahon, despite reports emerging that they were. You may have seen photos from Vince McMahon's recent 80th birthday celebration that featured past and current WWE superstars attending. These photos led to renewed discussions about the rumored ban. Drew McIntyre is remaining silent. One WWE superstar who isn't speaking about Vinnie Mac's 80th birthday celebration is Drew McIntyre. Drew recently was asked about the party during an appearance on YouTube channel Adam's Apple. So I'm not going to comment on it on the internet, am I? So what's your take on McIntyre's reaction? Did an indie promotion book Raja Jackson? Did an indie promotion book MMA fighter Raja Jackson after Jackson allegedly beat indie wrestler Psycho Stu senseless, with many individuals in the wrestling world condemning what appeared to be a shoot by Jackson? Cultaholic's Andrew Kelly is reporting on the rumors that Jackson was being booked by an indie promotion and why some believe the rumor was a publicity stunt. In what many saw as a shocking turn of events, San Diego-based Danger Pro Wrestling announced on their social media that they had booked Raja Jackson and would be announcing his opponent at a future date. However, there were no details on which event this would be at. The announcement may have been a ploy, as Kelly reports. After controversy was sparked, it was soon suggested by the promotion that the whole thing was a hoax and a publicity stunt. Additionally, the venue in which an upcoming Danger Pro show is being held has told TMZ that Jackson is not welcome and that they believe the whole thing to be a publicity stunt. What do you think of this situation, and do you believe it was a publicity stunt or perhaps damage control? WWE reviving custom PLE sets? Could the WWE Universe see the return of custom sets for its PLEs? Once upon a time, WWE created incredible sets to bedazzle fans for every PLE, making them seem unique. However, that policy has been the exception of late, but a new report suggests that may be changing. A video has surfaced on social media of what looks like an elaborate stage for Clash in Paris, with Ringside News' Subhajit Mukherjee reporting, "The video shows that the stage will be a unique one, with an Eiffel Tower design present for the entrance ramp. In addition to that, there will be special blue and red lights for the arena, as well as the classic WWE ring for good measure." Do you think WWE should revive custom sets for all its PLEs? Let us know in the comments below. WWE talent react to a decline in house shows. How do WWE superstars feel about the promotion curtailing its house shows? According to Fightful Select, some wrestlers it spoke with are enjoying their more relaxed schedule. The report included the following quote from a WWE veteran. "I don't miss house shows at all. They're fun to wrestle on, but the current method is much better," they said. "It makes sense that they still do them here and there, and it makes them much more special." The days when WWE superstars worked Raw, SmackDown, and premium live events along with a regular touring schedule are over, as the promotion is largely focused on TV and PLE events. While there are still occasional holiday tours and house shows in international markets where demand is high and WWE can charge premium ticket prices, superstars now work a relaxed schedule. Jim Ross discusses Jake Hager's criticism of Tony Khan. What does AEW announcer Jim Ross think of former AEW wrestler Jake Hager's criticism of AEW president Tony Khan? First, let's review what Hager, aka former WWE superstar Jack Swagger, said recently about his 2024 AEW departure. Hager chatted with Chris Van Vliet and didn't hold back. The negotiation process was very one-way, and I can tell that, well, anyways, I always find a way to say this every day, so I think everyone should too, say f Tony Khan. I could tell that he didn't want me there. He offered me like a year and a half. I was like, bro, I just did Stadium Stampede twice. Don't act like Stadium Stampede didn't put AEW on the map. I was in the debut episode of Dynamite. I was the big spoiler, and you offer me 18 months after all that? Hager also criticized Khan's storytelling skills, pointing out that things started out great, but that storylines lost momentum, and that Khan didn't take criticism well. In addition, Hager tweeted, "Tony Khan is someone who threatened my job if I didn't stop promoting my Trump. He is a communist." Jake took the tweet down, but it caught fans' attention. Good old JR discussed the situation on his Grilling JR podcast. "He's got a lot of pent-up frustration. Yeah, quite honestly, he's not a bad person. Jake is not a bad person whatsoever, no, but he's very frustrated, or was very frustrated. Hopefully he's got that past him and he's going to focus more on his creative energy to his trucking company." Ross also commented on a remark from his co-host Conrad Thompson that Hager might have sour grapes about how things end for him, with Ross responding, "I think you're right. I think he's frustrated. He didn't get it all out of the business that he would like to have had at the end of the day. Sometimes it doesn't end the way one would like for it to. It's tough to deal with. You get frustrated, and it's just a mind game at that point." Ross elaborated on Hager's abilities. "That's someone which had all the physical tools he needed to be a huge star, an athletic big man. He's 6'5", maybe 6'6", I'm not sure. He's a good dude, and I'm glad he's doing well. At least, I hope that he's going to do well." Hager, a former World Heavyweight Champion and ECW Champion in WWE, was initially a featured player in AEW as a member of Chris Jericho's faction, the Inner Circle. However, like many AEW stars, he eventually fell into the background, never regaining momentum. That time, Stephanie McMahon injured Roman Reigns. Last but not least, Stephanie McMahon is a woman not to be trifled with, something Roman Reigns can attest to. During an appearance on the Billion Dollar Princess's What's Your Story podcast, Roman revealed that McMahon injured him with a slap. "Busted my eardrum too. Shattered that sucker. The doctor was like, oh yeah." McMahon explained she had to dial up her slaps because Roman wasn't selling them. "Right, and then I got carried away or something because you weren't selling for me, and I was like, I'll make you sell." Ringside News' Subhajit Mukherjee noted that Roman wasn't the only talent to suffer from a Stephanie slap. Even Ronda Rousey suffered a concussion after getting slapped by Stephanie McMahon, and you can add Lillian Garcia to the list as well. What do you think of Stephanie slapping superstars? Well guys, there you have it, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Leave your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and X, and I'll see you next time for some more wrestling content.